again, I'm very happy you're joining me today for Mindful Yoga. So find a position that's comfortable and where you can relax. Let's take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Allow your eyes to close and simply feel the breath filling the lungs and moving out through the nose. Feel this gentle energy traveling through the body. Breath supporting you without question. Sense that you can relax. From this place of awareness, we can be with whatever arises in our lives with a little more ease, a little more grace, peace, openness, and even joy. Settling in more deeply, relaxing even more. Whole body softening, letting go. Sitting here peacefully and grounded, our hearts in a place of receptivity. We come to a place where we are whole, our true essence. This place we forget. Feel your intention with your heart to release all struggles. Allowing the breath to deepen. Feeling the air filling the bottom of the lungs, and then the middle and to the top. Long, slow exhalations. And contracting the throat just a little bit to create the ocean sound, Ujjayi breath. Settling into this space of pure awareness. Witnessing all that arises, all that comes, and all that goes with detached awareness. And slowly letting the hands lift off your thighs, coming to the heart center. And feeling this prayerful gesture to ourselves. Feeling open, unconditional towards ourselves. And please join me as we chant Om, beginning our practice this morning, taking a full breath once again. Exhaling fully and inhaling deeply. Slowly releasing the hands back to the thighs and sensing our shift from thinking and doing to feeling and being. Taking another nice full breath in as your eyes float softly open. Let's take a breath in. Bring the arms out and all the way up, reaching through the fingertips and lengthening up from the tailbone out through the crown and fingers. And as we exhale, we'll slowly lower the arms to shoulder height. Palms are down, staying grounded in our seat but long in the spine. And then we'll flex the wrists so the fingertips are pointing up. Notice your shoulders, let them relax, maybe wiggle a little bit. And as you reach through the heels of the hands, we're going to take another breath in to lengthen. And exhale, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Soften, relax, let go. Continue to breathe. Focus on what you're feeling through the arms, shoulders, the neck, or wherever it shows up. Detached awareness. And inhaling, bringing the head back up. And exhaling now the right ear to the right shoulder. Keep reaching through the heels of the hands. Relax the shoulders. Stay tall up through the spine. And just allow the breath to calm, to soothe, to hold you in the middle of your pose. And inhaling, slowly bringing the head back up, bringing the arms back overhead. And exhale, again, slowly lowering the arms, again to shoulder height. And this time bringing the fingers in, wrapping the thumb around, making a fist. And then drop the wrists down, flexing the wrists, reaching through the top of the hand. And keep reaching, but relax the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen once more as we did before. And exhale again, dropping the left ear to the left shoulder, noticing any other muscles that now are stretching a little different from before. And not forcing. Notice if you're beginning to tense up in your legs, soften. You don't have to reach the head so far down. Just let everything relax as you hold. And inhale, bringing the head back up. And exhaling the head to the other side. By now, you might be feeling a lot of sensation in the arms and shoulders. But remember, they're simply sensations, so we keep our attention there without labels, without judgment, just feeling. And on your next inhalation, bring the head back up. Again, the arms all the way up. And as we exhale, very slowly lowering the arms back down so you can feel, once again, every change. The shift to stillness. Again, lowering the arms all the way, closing your eyes, and just experiencing the effect. You might feel a little more open. Open in the heart, open in your neck and shoulders. And then taking a nice breath in, bringing the arms out and up once more. And exhale, lowering to shoulder height and wrapping the arms around you, holding opposite shoulders. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling, dropping the head down to the chin. Keep the spine tall. And you have the option to just stay here and let the head get a little heavier with your breaths. Or you can inhale the head over to the left. Exhaling, lowering, and shifting on an inhalation to the right. Whatever shows up, whatever will help to release, whatever tension and tightness might be in your neck and shoulders. Relaxing the feet, the legs. Just moving with breath. So much tension we hold in the neck and shoulders. So just giving ourselves some time, some loving time to ourselves to let go. And the next time the chin is down towards the floor, inhale, release the arms, bring the head back up, and just take one full breath. Long, slow exhalation to release anything in the body that's built up from holding. And then opening our eyes and slowly making our way to tabletop pose, hands and knees. Remember to separate the hands to shoulder width and the knees and feet hip width apart. And we'll just do a little bit of cat and cow to further warm up the spine. We're going to inhale, let the tail lift, let the belly drop. And with your hands, gently pull forward towards you to bring the heart through a little bit, lifting your gaze and exhaling, beginning from the tail, tucking, drawing the navel into the spine and rounding by pressing the floor away from you, dropping the head down. Continue on your own with breath and movement. And feel free to add torso circles or hip circles, or continue with your traditional cat and cow, whatever feels right. So as we become more focused on the sensations in the body in stillness, we can read the body's messages more clearly, how we want to move, how the body needs to move. And if you're circling, please go the opposite direction. Let your head and neck relax as you flow with breath. And then finally coming to a neutral position when you feel complete. And staying in this position of tabletop, draw the navel into the spine. Again, as we exhale, draw the navel in and the pelvic floor up, so the belly isn't dropping down. We're reaching back through the tail, forward through the crown, and we're going to add opposite arm and opposite leg, our balancing cat. So we're going to reach the right foot back, come onto the toes, reach through the heel, bring the left hand forward so we're on our fingertips. Again, lengthen in opposite directions, and we're going to raise the right leg up just to about hip height. The toes are down, the heel is up. And then we're going to shift weight a little more to the right hand and bring the left arm up alongside the ear. If it's challenging to balance this way, you can simply keep your left hand down and reach through the right leg. Otherwise, reach in opposite directions. Arm is alongside the ear. You're pressing into the left knee and the right hand to get lift as you extend through that heel and out through the left fingers. Deep breaths as you hold. Reach a little bit more, get lengthened through the spine. We're stretching these muscles along the spine, paraspinal muscles. Take a deep breath here and exhale. Now tuck that right knee in towards the left elbow, squeezing out all the breath. Inhale once again, reach, and exhale, tuck, squeeze. Last time, inhale, reach back, reach forward, and exhale, tuck, and squeeze out breath. Inhale, release the right knee, the left hand, and if you're needing to shake out that right hand, you can do that for a moment, shake it out. Again, finding your tabletop pose. This time bringing the left foot back on the ball of the foot and shifting the weight to the left hand, bringing the right hand forward. Find your balance, and on inhalation, slowly raise that left leg, again, just to hip height. And then reaching through the right arm, arm alongside the ear, and press down, lengthen and lift, reach and breathe. Notice your breath. Keep the breaths long and slow and deep, along with long, slow exhalations. Notice how the breath holds you. Reach a little bit more, lifting, and then exhale, tucking the left knee to the right elbow. Squeeze out breath. Inhale, reach, and exhale, tuck. Inhale, reach, last one, and exhale, tuck. Inhale, release the left knee, the right hand, and your body will naturally come into some pose to relax, maybe child's pose, maybe widening the knees. Arms can be forward or alongside your body, just so you can let go here. Relax your shoulders. It might feel good to wiggle the fingers here, rotate the wrists a little bit. And slowly, when you feel ready, we'll come again to tabletop pose. So please step your right foot forward between your hands, so the right knee is over the ankle. Please feel free to grab your blocks if you like. Relax the pelvis down a little bit, let it sink. Notice if your left hip can come forward, squaring with the right hip. From here, we're going to raise up, or you have the option to just stay down as we are. So inhaling, pressing into that front foot, we're going to reach the arms out and up. Coming all the way up, and again, exhaling and sinking down. Draw the low back in, square the hips forward. And you can again stay here, or inhale, lengthen, and exhale as you reach up, come over to the left to get a little side bend. Keep pressing into that front foot for support. Follow your breath. And inhale, reach all the way back up. And exhale, lowering the hands back down. You can move the blocks away to the side. Bring your right foot back. And on your hands and knees, take a nice breath in. And exhale, lift your tail and lower the chest straight down between the thumbs. And then lowering the pelvis to the mat. Tops of the feet are on the mat, elbows in towards the body. And inhale, lift the forehead, chin, and chest. Draw the navel through. Pull those elbows in and back so the shoulders are away from your ears. And again, inhaling, pressing yourself up onto your knees. And exhaling back into child's pose. And breathe. And on your next full breath, once more rising to tabletop, please. And this time, stepping our left foot forward between the hands, left knee above the ankle. Settling in, sinking the pelvis down, relaxing. And again, grabbing those blocks if that's helpful for you in this pose. And again, optional to remain here and breathe, or inhaling the arms out and up. Exhaling, sinking down into the pose. Remember to pull your low back into the spine. Lengthen off the waist. And again, optional, you can stay here, or inhaling, reaching up and over now to the left. Go slow. Keep the pressure in your left foot, your right knee, and the right shin and the foot, so we have this nice support. And inhale, reach back up. And exhale, softly lower the arms back down and all the way back to the mat or your blocks. And again, we'll remove the blocks, bring the left foot back. And once again, on our hands and knees, take a breath in, lift your tail, and exhale, slowly come forward. Sternum right between the thumbs. Tops of the feet on the mat, elbows in and back. And inhale, lifting the forehead, chin, and chest. Upward dog. One more breath in, press yourself up. And exhale again, a short rest in child's pose to receive. And on a nice deep in-breath, please rise once again to tabletop pose. And once again, we're going to step the right foot forward between the hands. And just always checking that the right knee is above the ankle. Good. And inhale once again, optional, coming up and out. Exhale, sinking down. One more breath in, reach up. And exhale, begin to lower the arms, pressing them back until you can reach behind you to interlace the fingers. Reach the knuckles back. It's okay to have the elbows a little soft, but squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull the low back in, lengthen, And exhale, reaching back and up. Feel the openness in your heart. One more breath in. And exhale slowly, release the hands back down. We're going to curl the left toes under now for higher lunge. Again, you have your blocks if necessary, that's great. Press back into the rear heel, forward through the spine and crown. Lift the chest, lift your gaze. If the left hip wants to come a little forward to square with the right, but feel now a little bit more pressure into your back heel and a little more reaching through the crown. Feel that energy that arises. And on another inhalation, we're going to walk the left foot up just a little bit. We're going to come up into warrior pose. So pressing into the front foot, nice and strong. Inhale the arms forward and up. Bending that back knee to come vertical. Maybe lowering our hands to the hips for a moment. And with the low back pulling in, then we can begin to straighten that back leg, maybe not. The right knee is over the ankle, the thighs approaching parallel, doesn't have to be. And soften your gaze. Inhaling the arms out and up to any position, cactus is fine, or up overhead. Breathe deeply here. And on another deep breath in, lengthen. Optional is to twist gently to the right, lowering the arms. Go slow. No need to even come into this pose if it doesn't feel right. Pressing down, lengthening up, relax your shoulders. Inhale the arms back up. And exhale, slowly lower the arms and release back down. Lower the left knee. We're going to bring the right foot back. And again, take that pause in child's pose. And again, coming to tabletop, slowly, take your time. So this could be a bit of a strenuous series, so make sure you're deep breathing and continue to follow the breath. Add your Ujjayi breath and noticing the effect. So we're going to step the left foot forward. Curling the right toe under this time. Keeping the right knee down, top of the foot onto the mat. Relaxing into the lunge, maybe on your blocks once again. And inhaling again, optional, arms out and up. Exhale, sinking down. And again, inhale, lengthening, and exhale, stay tall as you slowly lower the arms, bringing them back behind you. Interlacing the fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades, reaching the knuckles back. Feel the expansion in your heart. Deep, smooth, steady Ujjayi Durga Pranayama breathing. One more breath. And exhale again, lowering the hands to the blocks or the mat. Curling the right toes under and straightening the right leg. You can also keep the right knee down if that's feeling better for you today. Again, pressing back into that rear heel and extending through the spine. Lift the chest, lift your gaze. Deepen the breath. Follow the sound of breath, the sensations of breath. And on another inhalation, walk that right foot up just a little bit. Keep them hip width apart. And pressing into the front foot, inhaling again, the arms up and coming into warrior. Bending the back knee and then maybe beginning to straighten that leg. Left knee remains over the ankle. Inhale, reaching up. One more breath in. And exhale, maybe or maybe not, twisting gently to the left. Go slow. Keep your form, keep your lower body anchored, still pressing into the rear heel. Breathing. And inhale, reaching the arms back up. And exhale, slowly lowering the arms and all the way back down. Bringing the left foot back, lowering the knees. And again, take that pause to experience your pose. Witnessing the breath changing the body bringing us back to balance naturally with no effort on your part. And when you're beginning to feel back to balance, we can slowly again rise to tabletop. And preparing for a downward dog. And if you'd prefer not to come into downward dog, puppy pose is great, so you can choose. So walking the hands about one distance forward if you're coming into downward dog. Spread the fingers and really focus on your hands. Give as much space between the fingers as possible. And as you press into the hands, feel the upper arms coming towards each other, the inner elbows spiraling forward, curling the toes. Feet are hip-width apart. Take a nice breath in. And exhale as you press into your hands, let your hips lift and immediately come back. So press, press, press into your hands to bring your hips back. Knees can remain bent as much as you like. So we get a nice long spine. And then you can straighten the knees a little bit more if it feels right, without compromising this nice spine. You can bend one knee and then the other. Notice your hands, spread them out. So we want to press into the hands so that we can reach back and also lift the tail so that we're taking the weight off the shoulders. On your next inhalation, come way up onto your toes and gaze forward. And you can lower the left knee or just draw the right foot forward between your hands. However you need to get there, grab your ankle, pull it forward. Good. Right toes are straight ahead. And we're going to turn the left heel to the right and flatten the foot down onto the mat. So our hands are still down on the mat or on blocks, whichever feels right. Check that your right heel would intersect your left arch. Now pressing into both feet. Inhale, reach the left arm forward and all the way up as we come up to Warrior Two pose. Press the left knee back and towards your pinky toe. The right toes are slightly turned in. Relax the shoulders. Drop the upper buttocks down, pull the belly in, and pull the energy up through your feet, up through the spine, through the crown. And as you exhale, send your gaze to the left. Relax your shoulders. You're strong in your lower body, but you're able to relax with breath. So find your Ujjayi Dirga Pranayama breath here. And if your right knee wants to come in, then shorten your stance. Take another breath. And exhale, allow your left hand to float down to your thigh. And inhale, reach the right arm straight up, lengthen. And you can stay here or create a little more of a back bend by coming up and over. You can also support your head with your right hand at the base of the skull by bringing the elbow up. Let your left hand relax down. Keep pressing that left knee back, keeping it over the ankle. So check your stance. Exalted Warrior. Inhale, come back up to Warrior Two. And exhale, now turning back forward, turning back onto your left toe, and bringing that right foot back. And again, we'll take a little rest in Child's Pose to experience this pose, the energy that's been shifted, and again, letting your body return to balance. And with a full breath, once more rising up to tabletop pose. So again, if you'd like to come into downward dog, let's walk the hands forward, one hand's distance. Again, noting that your fingers are nice and wide, curling the toes, taking that full next breath, and exhaling, pressing the floor away as you lift the knees off and press the hips back. Good, and lifting your tail by straightening the legs just a little bit. but keep pressing away from your mat. Feel the inner elbows spiraling forward, the inner thighs spiraling back. If you need some movement, go ahead and make some movement, shifting the hips side to side or bending one knee and the other. And then inhaling, coming way up onto your toes, looking forward. And again, either lowering the right knee or just stepping the left foot forward. Coming into lunge pose. Left toes are forward, turning that right heel back to the left. Foot is flat on the mat. Again, checking our stance, the left heel would intersect the right arch. And pressing into the front foot. Inhale, reach the right arm forward and all the way up into warrior two. Feel free to adjust your stance here. You might be a little too wide, too short, so make that adjustment. Keep pressing the right knee towards your left knee towards your left pinky toe. Roll the shoulders back, relax them down. Remember the upper buttocks come down and in, the belly's in, and we lengthen up. But keep those shoulders relaxed. Inhaling again, pulling all the energy in and up, and exhaling, sending the gaze over the left shoulder, over the fingers. Relax into breath. Notice thoughts that arise and allow them to dissolve right into sensations. One more deep breath, and exhaling, lowering the right hand. Inhale the left arm up, up, up. And staying here, or maybe that slight back bend, coming left. Keep the right knee nice and bent over the ankle and pressing back. Again, maybe supporting your head with your hand, allowing the left elbow to reach up. And inhaling, coming back to warrior two. And exhale, turning again left. Lowering the hands to the mat, bringing the right heel back up, coming onto the toes, lowering that right knee down and bringing that left foot back. And letting your body receive all the benefits of the energy that's shifted and moved. Receive, allow. And very slowly, very consciously, we'll rise back to tabletop pose. And on a next breath, step the right foot forward on the outside of your right hand. Curl the left toes under and step the left foot to the outside of your left hand. So the outsides of your feet are parallel with the sides of your mat. The knees can remain bent, but allow the upper body to just hang forward. Have a nice firm pressure with your feet so the tail can lift up gently, and the upper body can really weigh heavily down, releasing tension. Make sure your head and neck is released, maybe nodding the head up and down, back and forth, a little shaking. And here you might want to bend one knee and then the other, shifting a little side to side. Noticing what muscles may still be a little tight or contracted. And on your next inhalation, bring your fingertips to the mat in front of your toes or onto your shins, and we'll come up halfway to Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, half forward fold. And exhale, again, lower back down. Drop the head fully. And then we'll bring our hands to the hips, draw the elbows in and back. Lift your head, lift your chest, press into your feet, and bring yourself slowly to a standing position. Lower your arms to your sides. Relax and breathe. Notice yourself relaxing more and more, deepening your awareness of your internal environment. And please open your eyes as we prepare to balance. So let's bring the feet together. Standing forehead to knees, the name of the pose, but we're not going to reach our forehead to the knees. So find mountain pose first. We're going to lift the toes. The arches lift. The arches stay strong as we slowly lower the toes, trying to keep them spread out. Pressing into all four corners of the feet, not letting the knees lock. Lifting the fronts of the knees, fronts of the thighs. Pressing a little bit more into the heels so the backs of the thighs lift. Upper buttocks reaching down as we pull the tail in and the belly in towards the spine. Press fully into the feet. Feel grounded from the hips down. And as you press down, maintaining this, extend up through the spine, through the crown, rolling the shoulders back and down, palms next to your hips or thighs, fingertips reaching down and lengthening, maybe bringing the chin in a little bit. If you can sense that the ears are forward of the shoulders, just tucking the chin in. As you press down, lengthen. And preparing for balance, take another breath in and shift your weight into your left foot, your left leg. Stay strong on this side, press firmly, keep the mountain pose. And don't forget to find one place to gaze at. We're going to bend the right knee, stay strong on that standing leg, and then maybe keeping the toes on the floor or maybe lifting the toes off. You can bring your hands to your hips or to your heart. And if it's the knees coming up high enough, you can interlace your fingers at the knee, just below the knee. And just feel the muscles that are working for balance. Press even more into that standing leg, lengthen up. Keep the shoulders rolled back, again pulling the low back in. And if you're not interlacing your fingers below the knees, maybe you can bring your arms out to the sides in cactus. Or maybe not. Take another deep breath. And exhale, slowly release the arms and standing strong on that left leg, lowering the right foot down. Soften your eyes or close your eyes, again, just to receive, feeling the shift on both sides, the difference. And opening our eyes, ready for the other side. Check again that your feet are together. Try to find your own alignment in your mountain pose, pulling everything in, lengthening up, relaxed shoulders, and shifting our weight this time into the right foot, the right leg. Once more, bending the left knee this time, staying on the toes, experimenting. Hands can be wherever it feels right. Maybe raising that knee up a little higher, and let whatever shows up to just pass through. Again, coming from this awareness, we can be at peace with what arises. Can you press a little more into your standing foot, the standing leg stronger and lengthening? Try that. Soft gaze, soft breath. One more. And exhale, lower the arms, strong right leg as you slowly lower the left. And release, soften, receive. Let go fully. Allow all this energy to circulate, to move, to heal. One more inhalation. Exhale fully. And on another breath, let your eyes open a little bit more. And we're going to come down to a seated position and extend our legs out. I do recommend sitting on a block or a cushion. This is really nice for Paschimottanasana, forward fold. And whatever you're sitting on, try to bring one hip back and then the other so we're grounded in the sits bones. Ankles are flexed, toes together. Feel free to bend the knees at any time or also to widen the legs a little bit if that feels more comfortable. So forward fold is a hinge of the hip creases, not the spine. So very often I see people rounding so they can get further. That's not what it's about. This may be just where you stay. So grounding in the sits bones, and as you inhale, lengthen right up through the spine, roll the shoulders back, pull the toes in, feel the heels pulling in towards your hip sockets a little bit. The legs are active. We're going to inhale and bring the arms out and up. Reach up, and as we exhale, keeping the arms alongside the ears, we're going to slowly hinge at the hips. If the arms begin to lower down, we're going to begin to round the spine. So stay lifted, pull the low back in, keep the heart open, and just slowly find your edge. The minute the arms want to lower and the spine wants to round, just stay there for another round of breath. Soften at your edge, and then go ahead and lower the hands to the legs, keeping your spine neutral. Keep rolling the shoulders back. Keep pulling the heart forward, the low back in. And relax and soften with every exhalation. There's nowhere to go, just to be. And if you're not sure if your spine has rounded, then take a breath in and come back up. And exhale, find that edge once more. Feel as though the belly is reaching forward towards your toes and the heart up and over the toes. And holding. You can gently pull on the floor to assist in pulling the low back in. That's helpful. Or on your shins, but not to come further forward. No forcing. Notice your breath. And on your next deep, full breath, bring the arms forward and up alongside your ears once more. Reach and come all the way up. And exhale, release the arms down. Good. And relax. Receive. We're balancing between doing and non-doing, action and receptivity. So experience that. This is the essence of yoga, integrating everything into one, aligning with what's here. And when you're ready, you can stay seated on the block or remove it for a seated twist. I'm going to take my block away, but you have the option of keeping that there. Again, we want to step one hip back and the other so the sits bones are grounded. Keep the left ankle flexed gently. Again, we want to sit up nice and tall. So if it's challenging to sit up tall, then get that block. It's absolutely fine to have that block. We're going to bend the right knee, and it might stay here or maybe crossing it over to the outside of the left knee or thigh. Again, without rounding the spine, however you need to stay lifted and tall. We're going to place the left hand on the right knee or wrap the arm around. I think we've all done this before. Again, we're pulling the thigh into the chest so we stay nice and tall. Shoulders relaxed. Sometimes we tighten up in the shoulders. We want to keep them relaxed and down. We're going to inhale, bring the right arm up and gazing at the fingers. Exhaling and bringing that arm out to the right, gazing at the fingers till you stop naturally. And then lowering the hand to your low back, bringing the heel of the hand as close to your sacrum, the low back as possible, with the fingers pointing away. So now we're pressing into the right hand, pulling the thigh in, inhaling, lengthening, and exhale, softly deepening into the twist without forcing. Feel the navel area pulling around to the right gently, and the ribs and that right shoulder, but staying broad in the chest, and maybe sending your gaze over the right shoulder, maybe even twisting the eyeballs all the way to the right. Can you breathe deeply, undisturbed? Good. And inhale, raise the right arm up. Continue to gaze at your fingers as you slowly come back. Exhale, lower the hand. Release the right leg. And we'll switch, straightening out the right leg, flexing that ankle, remaining on the sits bones, and this time bending the left knee, maybe crossing it over to the other side. Wrapping the arm around if that's available, or placing your hand on the knee. Sitting tall on an in-breath, pull that thigh into the chest. And again, inhale, reach the left fingers up, gaze at the fingers as you exhale, and reach all the way around to the left. Again, your arm will stop. Lower it then down to the low back, fingers away from you. Pressing into the hand, pulling the thigh into the chest on a breath in. And exhale, now experience your twist a little more deeply without forcing. Keep both sits bones grounded to the mat. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, your eyes. And notice what's present. What can you release that isn't serving you in this moment? We're being very mindful and very present. And just feeling with detached awareness. And inhaling, reaching the left arm back up, gazing at the fingers, coming all the way back. And exhale, release the arm, release that left leg, shake it out. And coming to about the middle of your mat, we're going to bend the knees. Let's just go ahead and wrap our arms around the knees. Take a breath in, lift the heart. And then exhale, press the spine back behind you and let it round. Just drop the head down. And inhaling, coming back up. One more pose before we come lying on our backs. Upward boat, it's a bit of a balancer. So again, it's very important that you're directly on your sits bones. And for some of us, if we have any low back issues or our core isn't quite strong enough, beginning here in this position on our forearms is perfect because we're going to raise the legs and balance. But we don't want to collapse in the heart. We want to stay lifted. For some of us, it might be here. We might want to be here. For some of us, maybe the hands can be behind the thighs. I'm going to be here. You find the position that works for you. And just walk your toes towards you. Find that balancing point. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. We're pulling the low back in even here to stay nice and protected in our low back. And then just lifting one foot and then the other. Finding that strength in the core. Maybe being able to bring both feet up, maybe not. And just working on our balance here. Maybe the calves can come parallel to the floor. Don't lose that lift in the heart. And if you'd like to go further, maybe straightening the arms in front of you. Very important to breathe deeply here, to soften all the muscles in your face, your shoulders, and just feel, be fully present in the midst of your pose. One more breath in, and exhale, we'll release the feet down. Let the tail curl under and round down onto your back. Let the feet be nice and wide. Arms out to the sides, and it might feel good to let the knees fall side to side. And preparing for full wind relieving pose. We're going to bring both knees into the chest. Lift your head, tuck your chin. We're lengthening out the back of the neck on the mat. And you might hold your knees with your hands, or maybe you can wrap your arms around, maybe hold your wrists, or maybe your elbows. But as long as the tail doesn't lift too high, you want to reach your tail away from you. And the chin is tucked, so we're lengthening the full spine onto the mat as we draw the thighs into the chest. Exhaling, feeling the breath empty out. The pressure of our legs on the belly giving a little massage to our internal organs. Relax your shoulders. So deep breaths will help stimulate movement. And another deep breath. Let's release the feet down to the mat, lower the arms. Take one breath in. And as you exhale, relax and notice what your body needs. we're coming to move directly into Shavasana. So if you need anything else before that, please allow your body to move, stretch, or flow in any way necessary. When you're ready, just stretching your legs out on the floor, arms out comfortably away from your body. Maybe bringing the shoulders underneath you by lifting the chest. Maybe reaching through the heels. Maybe rocking the head a little side to side. And again, taking a nice breath in with a slow exhalation. And allowing every muscle in your body to drain of any tension, to sink into the support of the earth beneath you, to settle our hearts, soften the face and the brow, and fully focus on every inhalation and every exhalation. This powerful energy that supports you. Simply be and let go. And gently breathing in the essence of this moment. Feel your awareness moving back into your body, back into breath. And from this place of pure awareness, allow the body to breathe more deeply and to move in gentle ways. Slowly coming back. Maybe it feels good to do a full body stretch. And then bending one knee, then the other, and rolling onto one side, resting your head on your arm. Feel yourself curled into your center. And gently, slowly, and mindfully press yourself slowly back up to a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed. Sitting tall once again. Breath soft and smooth. And bringing the hands once again at the heart center. Allowing the blessings of our practice to be with us through our day, extending to everyone we meet. And again, please join me as we chant the sound of Om. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling fully. Inhaling deeply. On your next full breath, allow your eyes to float slowly open. Jai Bhagwan. Jai Bhagwan. Jai Bhagwan. Thank you all again for joining me this week.